Been reading
Trina
that name.
Trina said she will never give up her Pepsi.
I won't either. I like Coke though, but I won't know. I've tried, and I do know when I did cut it out, I got those headaches and stuff like that. So I do know I need to cut back because drinking a 12 pack a day is just unbearably
Right.
healthy. But to know that I'm not able to like go out to eat somewhere and sit down and have a pop if I choose to have a soda,
Right.
or even right now I'm like I'm about to order some lunch and I'm like I want a soda. I didn't have one yesterday. I want one today. Like
Right. Right.
to
I think it's getting
only
away.
confine myself to water. I get the water thing. I do. But to
Right.
like only be able to confine yourself to certain things, I feel like for some people it works. Some people can do that. Some people have
Right.
put a lot of hard work and dedication into that. Um,
Right.
but it don't work for me.
And there's nothing, there's nothing wrong if you decide that that's the person you choose to be, that you're only going to drink water and you're going to cut out all of these things. And my power to the
I
people
wish I
who
could be like that. I just know my willpower ain't there yet. I love dried cranberries though and
I do
oats.
too, right,
I
Craig?
have some
But I
oats
will
the
tell
other
you,
day.
have you read on the back of that package of the dried cranberries? Unfortunately, you can have like a little ass handful. I don't know about you, but when I pop open those dried cranberries, my ass is just popping them handfuls in my mouth. That's the thing about it is not it's like that when you see the measurements of what the suggested you know what I mean, what the suggested intake
Mm-hmm.
is, or that is what kills me. It's like, really, one-fourth of a cup, one-fourth of a cup, that's supposed to fill me up. One-fourth of a cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the dried fruit. I do, but it is a lot of sugar
Just like
in that dried
nuts,
fruit.
you look at nuts are actually high in fat and stuff in the nuts, even though they're natural, even though unfortunately it's just like in carbs also. I just, what I've just tried to do this year is just make healthier options. If I can choose a healthier option versus shitty, greasy option, especially on a day-to-day basis, and being more mindful every day. So I know if I did bad yesterday, like, let's say yesterday I had one of those days where I just decided to go get some mozzarella sticks, some fried mozzarella sticks, which I will because, I love fried mozzarella sticks. Then today I'm going to be a little bit more mindful of what I eat today so that I'm not, overloading my body and my system with a bunch of shit every day. And then I've added smoothies in morning smoothies. Well, actually, I don't really take them until I come back from the gym. So afternoon smoothies of whether it's detox, and it's all natural, it's fruits with either coconut water or water. So I've added that to my life. So I think if it's just like if you want to make changes, you just make small changes. Make these small changes until you get to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, I've said this a lot of times. I don't want to feel deprived. I want to be able to go, like I would go to any restaurant and enjoy the food. I
Mm-hmm.
do. Portion is a thing too, because in America, we do overly sized meals, overly sized portions. And one of the things that I became aware of was because when I was little, what did you hear? You better finish everything on your plate. Oh my God, that was drilled into me. What I realized is as an adult, and this wasn't that long ago when I realized this, is that even when I was full, I kept having this feeling like I needed to finish my plate. And it wasn't until I became aware of that it was just like, have I been overeating due to
Mm-hmm.
that fact alone, of just that nagging, I need to finish it. I need to finish it. Like I can't throw this away. I can't, you know what I mean? And so there was a lot of times that I was overeating just based on that childhood thing, which is not a trauma. It's just something because, those plates were smaller anyway, but it was drilled into me to finish all my food. And so sometimes we don't realize that things that are established when we're kids come up in our adult life, but if we don't do the awareness, we're just kind of there doing it, right? We're just kind of there.
My grandma used to take us to the buffet, and she didn't make us or anything, but she used to talk shit. If we got more than one plate, she would talk about how greedy we were. Because my grandma was like that, where you had to eat everything on your plate, but she was also very small servings, so you weren't like overly eating. She'd always talk about the gluttony and blah blah blah. Like, but she used to take us to the buffet, and if we got up from more than one plate, she'd be like, "You know, that's not right." And I'd be like, "Lady, how you take me to the buffet though?"
It's like, you do know you brought me to a buffet, right?
She would have the smallest little plate with like little sample sizes of everything, and that was all she would eat. And
Right.
I'm like, "You're nuts, lady." But
I remember, I remember going to the buffet and man, always overdid the
oh,
plates, always
can't
overate,
wait.
right?
Oh, I'd be mad at my kids if they only have two plates. I'm like, did y'all really make me? No, y'all. You might want to
And I
go take a break and then come back and
Like,
restart.
real me and my brother used to laugh, and we used to encourage it, though. It was just like, "Don't come in here and not eat. You better not just get 2 things off that fucking
Mhm.
buffet. Like, you better go in there and go ham, because 'cause you're going to a buffet. The whole point is to be a glutton. That's the buffet. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, look at the you don't go to a buffet if you just want a 1 plate. You just don't go to a buffet. The whole point of a buffet is to get it in, right?
It's horrible.
I did notice though, I haven't been to a buffet in a long time, right? And I think last weekend, me and my daughter went to one and we went and sat in just to kind of have, after we went and worked out, we went and sat in. And I noticed I could not even eat half of what I used to eat in a fucking buffet.
Mm-mm.
And it was crazy that I could have ate like 4 plates in a buffet at one time, and I can't even eat that much just because of the way I've changed how I eat. My stomach just can't take it. So we do overeat. We don't even realize how we fucking overeat. It's crazy. Terrasamu. I can never say that. How do you say that, Dale?
See, now you screwed me up. Tiramisu.
There you go. Tiramisu.
I love tiramisu.
One of the things I miss is I love the apple fritter or the bear claw. I do miss that donut. That was like my
Yeah,
favorite donut, and I haven't had that in a long time.
I just
But
had
is it
donuts
worth it?
last night. And then I asked my daughter if she knew how to make donuts because I love those homemade fried donuts.
See, Crystal, I can't have Splenda. I have tried those type of sugars oh my God, I can't do it. I'd
Ugh,
rather not have sugar than fucking drink that.
mm-mm.
Yeah. And it's not from the coffee because coffee is actually not fattening. It's all the shit we put in the coffee to make the
Put in
coffee
it.
better. I used to tell people I don't drink coffee, I drink creamer with a splash of coffee because that's what iced coffee is. It's creamer with a splash of coffee, and especially macchiato is a bunch of sugar,
Yeah.
the syrup, and a splash of coffee. And I was very big years drinking the damn caramel macchiatos, right?
I used to do that when we would go to the casino in those little tiny cups that they give you at the casino. I would put at least 8 sugars and 8 creams. And my friend was like, girl, half of that cup is nothing but sugar and cream. But that's the only way I could drink it. I don't like
Right.
my coffee got to be like vanilla colored in order for me to want it.
So even at work, right? They have the little 8-ounce styrofoam cups,
Yep,
right?
that's what it
And
was.
so even at work, when I used to go every morning and have to have my coffee, that little tiny styrofoam cup would have like 12 creamers in it, right? And not to mention like probably like 15 sugar packets that were in that fucking shit. Now when I drink my coffee, yes, I have this big ass cup that's like a 16 ounce, but it's just coffee, lemon, and honey, and the honey is about a tablespoon. So it's definitely different. And I haven't went and got my caramel macchiato in some weeks now. I'm probably getting closer to a month that I've kicked my caramel macchiato for 2 reasons. One reason was to see the weight loss, to see if it really was affecting my weight, which honestly, I've lost a couple pounds, but I don't feel like it's really done that difference of the weight loss. You know what I mean? Because I stay active. The other part was it was my money to see how much money I would save not going to Starbucks every day. That part I like. That part is the part that has kept me from going back to Starbucks because I actually was spending probably like $15 a day at Starbucks. That shit adds up. Um, we're not doing readings right now, boo. I mean, we can do donation readings, but we're really this is more of the morning show conversation and talking.
Yeah, I don't like coffee either. That's why it always had to be sweet.
Yeah, and see, I used to,
And then I
you know,
got used to that caramel taste, and I love caramel. So then
uh
that
huh,
made it even
uh huh,
worse.
right,
That made it worse.
right. And that's the biggest thing about it is that you get a it's not the coffee, it's everything else put in it. Because if you actually were handed a cup of coffee, you'd be like, ill.
Mm. My
I don't
grandparents used to drink it black, and I
my mom.
never
My mom.
understood.
Now I love teas, of course. Tea, I like drinking hot teas. I love hot teas. And it's crazy because I have gotten into, of course, the herbs. So the herb tea with no sugar added. If you go to like a herbal store and you actually get some herbs, they don't have that crazy taste. Like if you go in the store and you buy teas, they're very harsh in the taste. Like the flavor is very harsh, so you need to add stuff. But if you go to like the herbal stores and you spend, you don't, it's not that much more than buying your box of teas from the store. And you get your herbal teas, and get like your diffuser. I have like this pot I bought on fucking Amazon. It has the little piece that you put in the middle. You put the herbs in it, lets it sit in the hot water, and you could put this thing in the microwave, to heat up the water. But what it taught me is that you could drink this tea without putting shit in it, no sugar needed, right? So it doesn't have a crazy taste, and you can get the benefits because one of the things that I read was about when we're adding a lot of things to the tea, we kind of take away the health benefits from the teas. So when we're adding like the sugars and things like that, we're actually taking away those health benefits from. So if you're doing green tea and all this, well, you kind of fuck up the benefits of it. And tea is really supposed to be drunk when it's fresh, right? Not when it's been sitting there. So like sweet tea is horrible. Sweet tea is horrible because that tea is sat there and you're supposed to drink it fresh to get the health benefits from tea. Now, if you just love sweet tea, if you just love the taste of it, then hell, drink it. Because I was someone who was raised on sweet tea. Like my dad would have the little jar and have all the tea bags, and he put it outside and shit. And I actually would do that when I got older, and I would love the taste of sweet tea. But you know how much sugar I would fucking put in that sweet tea?
Mm, I can't stand sweet tea. It's a thing in Texas, though. Everybody like their sweet tea. I just got hooked on that damn Starbucks tea.
I love sun tea. I love sun tea.
I
It's
like the
just,
thing though. What do you call that? The Arnold Palmer. I like that. I'm a
mm,
lemonade girl.
yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I love lemonade separately and tea separately.
Ugh, I can never drink tea just separate. I like
Marty just,
Starbucks tea, but I don't think that's real tea. It comes out of a little plastic container. It's not real.
I don't think that's real. It's artificial.
It's not real.
Just if you want to be more mindful, it's just about getting out there and kind of seeing your options. And I have switched from the only tea that I do buy from the stores, I still buy a brand called Yogi because I actually like their tea. You don't really need to add nothing in their tea. So the flavoring is not bad. It's actually a really good one. But other than that, I do like to go to the herbal store and get the organic herbs and mix those together. And if you look into some of the properties, of course, like I love elderberry is probably one of my top ones that I use because of all of the benefits and the antioxidant properties that it has. It's very good for your immune system, right? But I think you need to also, same thing, you would look at everything, of course, do your research on it.